prediction, ascension, love me or hate me, there's no in between. So I got election day special coverage on YouTube because I watch a lot of YouTube. I don't watch regular TV. I'm just try to go to some news clips. This is Philadelphia 10 NBC News, fair use. This is the election day coverage, and this is certain key predictions on how they can win with the battle states. Check it out.
It's election day. Voters now lining up at the polls. What officials are doing to make sure to keep your vote safe and secure.
And we're tracking the different ways both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump could win the presidency. The key role Pennsylvania plays.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm kind of nervous, B. It's like that one hitter quitter. We got one shot, bro. One opportunity to not let this fucking country go to shit. Because this past 4 years was crazy. Ghost cars, migration, sex trafficking, the inflation. Oh my God, the inflation. Like, his 4-year term, he kept gas between $1.85 and $2.85. Where Trump was in office in 2016 to 2020. These motherfuckers shot everything up. In the Inflation Reduction Act that she signed off on, Kamala Harris signed off on with Joe Biden, there was tax experts, even senators said we can't sign off on this. It's going to bring the country to an end. It's going to shoot inflation through the roof. They signed off on it anyway, and this is what they did to get Ukraine, the launder money in Ukraine, launder money in Taiwan, launder the money with fucking China. They doing all this shit, bro. They doing all this shit. That's why these certain countries is running circles around America right now, because there's no tariffs in play. They're tapping into our own oil reserves. That's why they're trying to keep gas steady to make it seem like gas is getting low, but it's not low, bro. $3 is still too much, bro. It's too much. Keep going.
More. Ladies and gentlemen, the lineup. It is Tuesday, November 5th, 2024.
Hey, everybody. I'm NBC 10's Keith Jones.
I'm NBC 10's Erin Coleman. Election day, it is finally here. Here we are after months of campaign ads and rallies. The polls are already open in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. Voters have until 8 o'clock tonight to cast their ballots.
That's right. Both candidates spent their final day on the trail in the must-win state of Pennsylvania. From Pittsburgh to Allentown, Reading, and Philadelphia. They know just how important Pennsylvania's 19 electoral votes will be. Voter security have been closely watched in Philadelphia and around the region.
District Attorney Larry Krasner issued a strong message to anyone who plans to try to intimidate voters at the polls.
Anybody who thinks it's time to insult, to deride, to mistreat, to threaten people, F around and find out.
Strong words indeed. NBC 10's Brennan White went to the ballot counting where...
Even though he's a Democrat, it's like, ain't nobody got time for that shit, bro. It's a real, you can hear a pin drop in certain locations. I know I can hear a pin drop in the location I was in. Because people are conservative now. They do not want to fuck with Kamala. And I guarantee you, New York's going to turn fucking red tonight. Because you have to be able to do your job in New York, which is being a law-abiding citizen, paying your fair share, looking out for thy neighbor, safety. There were several immigrants that beat up cops, shot up a store in Times Square, raped a girl, sexually assaulted a boy. It's crazy, bro. This is what they brought into the country, and you can't blame it on Trump because he was building a wall. They stopped building a wall. He said $6 billion to build a wall. They stopped building a wall because once he knew the wall was going up, that's less fentanyl coming over the border. That's less trafficking of humans coming over the border. He was trying to stop trafficking. And this is how I know the Democrats believe in sexualization, hypersexualization of children, because they wanted them to all be using hormone blockers, changing their sex at a certain age, but they don't have a policy within stand to stop teen pregnancy. Like, we should be able to we should be able to control our children's bodies until they turn fucking 18. Matter of fact, sir, you're considered to go still see a pediatrician at the age of 26. So why can't we control our children's bodies until they're 18? You can't drink and smoke until you're 18 or 21. You can't get a tattoo until you're 18. Like, what's going on? But they can have hormonal blockers and you at the age of 10, 12, then turn around and go for a sex change at a certain age, that's crazy, bro. That's how I know they're sexualizing these children, and they're doing this on purpose for trafficking purposes and stuff like that. It's crazy.
House in Northeast Philadelphia to learn about the procedures in place to make sure your ballot is safe and counted.
Workers were sworn in by city commissioners this morning, and the ballot counting is underway as of 7 o'clock when polls opened. Workers.
See, sworn in. You could be brought up on charges. You could be brought up on charges if you do anything, if they catch you doing anything out of ordinary with them ballots. But I digress. Keep on.
Finished up training and testing inside the ballot processing center in Northeast Philly yesterday. 3 groups of about 150 workers will operate on 8-hour shifts all day. They hope to be done counting ballots, they say, by Wednesday night. Keep in mind, if the race isn't too tight, results could be announced before they have counted each ballot. Meanwhile, poll workers will be stationed all around the region, making sure you can safely cast your ballot. DA Larry Krasner shared stern words for anybody who plans to mess with voters. He also cautioned against believing bogus claims of election interference.
We have a concern that there may be people either working in the polls or close to the polls who are going to bring frivolous, bogus challenges to voters.
And keep these rules in mind. The Department of State does not allow campaign signs or materials outside of polling locations. You can bring pamphlets or flyers to help you inside the voting booth, but you can't leave them behind. And it is, of course, illegal to intimidate voters in any way inside or outside of polling locations. You might see police stationed throughout the region to respond to any calls for help, but they are not allowed within state law to be within 100 feet of polling locations unless they are specifically called there. Reporting from Northeast Philadelphia, Brenna White, NBC 10 News.
Winfrey, Lady Gaga, Ricky Martin, rapper Fat Joe, and PA Governor Josh Shapiro urge people to vote for Harris today. Wrapped up around midnight left.
Yo, I'll tell you one thing, though, bro. Fat Joe, you on my shit list. There's no way around it, bro. There's no way around it. You dead in the water. I never listened to a Fat Joe song ever again, bro. So, Terror Squad is done, in my eyes. You down for this bullshit? That's crazy.
Last night, officials are still taking down barriers and cleaning things up this morning.
Former President Donald Trump also spent part of his last day of campaigning in Pennsylvania.
Spoke to supporters in Pittsburgh, and before that, he was here in Reading. He took the stage at the Santander Arena yesterday afternoon. The former president continuing his attacks on Harris and urging those supporters to get out and vote.
I've been waiting 4 years for this.
Hell yeah.
And so have you. And so have you. We've all been waiting 4 years. One day, you gotta show up. I don't want any money. I don't want anything. Just show up and bring your vote. Oh, hello to Pennsylvania.
Trump is expected to vote in person in Florida today, and later he will speak to supporters at the Palm Beach Convention Center.
And of course, we know where both candidates will be once the results start coming in. Vice President Kamala Harris will be stationed at her alma mater, Howard University in D.C. Sources tell NBC the former president will watch the returns with family and friends at Mar-a-Lago.